Yo, we just noticed that the patch actually released last night or today. We do not really know. We switch over to the screen. We have now only live available 4.0.1 and we say that is something good. That means we will install. That will take a while. Oh, close. Yeah. We will have a check before we start if we can copy paste our settings from the preview to live, and if it's work, it's great. Other than that, we need to reset everything once more. Nothing new. So this will take a while. And so we just do what we do when we cannot play Star Citizen. We watch Star Citizen content. Yeah, not only the new stuff.
Chris was talking about players doing their own paint jobs.
It actually happens inside the shader. It's pretty cool. There's a sort of pretty efficient way of storing the data so it's not massive amounts of texture memory. Sign distance fields if anyone's interested. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, so for what will be happening going forward is now we'll be able to roll out different sort of first of all the skins that we've already promised, but probably some new ones, and at some point we'll allow tools for people to be able to sort of do their own paint job. And we've got a fairly efficient way of storing the data, so it's not going to be a huge amount. I think the paint is it a 512?
What, for the
paint job? Yeah, I can't remember what the texture size is.
Well, it depends on what decal you're putting on, but most of the decals themselves are they're like 512.
Well, I'm not talking about the decal, I'm talking about the paint.
The whole paint? I think it's a 1024, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, 1024.
All right.
We showed up a video with Nate Dearsley demonstrating a hex code paint editor, a tool that was originally designed internally for artists on the ship team in order to help, color and paint stuff. But it was said during the thing that, this would be a great tool to give to org leaders and stuff. They could give out their hex codes to their players and all have a unified paint scheme and stuff like this. So the idea itself is not dead.
It was never dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely something we still want to be able to support and give players the freedom to make their ships more their ships.
To be fair, Chris said at some point we will allow players to do their own paint jobs. Chris didn't say when. I don't think anyone would have thought we still don't have this 10 years later, though. Of course, this is not the most important issue right now. The biggest issue is we have now 4.0.1 on the PTU with server meshing, and so far server meshing didn't fix anything. We still have lag, interaction delays, massive things, terrible performance. In a recent letter from the chairman, we shared that our big focus for 2025 is improving playability. While 4.0.1 won't be a magical fix that gets us exactly where we want to be, it's the first of many updates this year aimed at smashing bugs, improving quality of life, and strengthening the foundational Star Citizen experience. We are hearing the same song and dance for 12 years by now. Just wait for the next Jesus tag that is just around the corner. And then floodgates will open, content will stream in like no tomorrow. At the moment, this next Jesus tag is dynamic server meshing. Back to topic, players choosing their own colors for their ships, orcs having their ships in orc colors would be trivial to implement. It would not take anyone away from trying to solve performance issues because these are different tasks done by different people. I can only conclude Chris doesn't want to give us the option to choose our own paints because Chris learned he can make a lot of money with quick and easy color swaps done by an intern. And I know there will be at least one comment: I don't want to see pink ships. This ship sailed a long time ago. We have pink Starkid and Dragonflies. We have pink Valentine's Day ship colors. We have pink armor sets, for example Starstruck and Envy. We have bear helmets. We have Nerf guns. We have Fortnite color schemes, for example Mirai Pulse. Other games, like for example iRacing and ACC, let players totally customize their cars without problems. In a game like Star Citizen, which is full of magic, seeing pink ships doesn't annoy me, magic does. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
So essentially the process kind of begins with we want to get these pre-configured schemes done. So you could, for example, go off and go, oh, you know what, I want a NASA themed kind of skin, or I want, you know, a District 9 themed skin, or I want a, you know, a pink Hello Kitty themed skin. And then essentially, you know, we as artists create, well, basically they're material files. They're tiny in memory. They're so small that we can have like hundreds of them if we want to, because they're all calling the same textures. That's what's done under the hood, okay? Once those material files are created and obviously named accordingly and sanity checked that the emblem is called emblem and the submaterial ID is called submaterial ID 1, 2, and 3, they have to be the same names. That's then handed to tech design to then kind of set that up with the loadout that they're putting together for that ship. Further forward, we want these kind of paint configurations to become hex codes. So if you're in like a guild of 20 players, and the clan leader said, all right, this is our paint scheme, there's going to be no like guessing work. Like, you get the hex code, you put it in there, and it automatically will say, oh, you know what, we've got matte black against yellow against pink, something crazy, and every ship in your fleet, you can put that hex code on and it will automatically go into that color configuration. So there's a lot of kind of cool things. And, as artists, we do this stuff all day, every day. And we were just like, well, why wouldn't we give the end user this functionality? So that's the overall plan. There is a lot of kind of very things you have to be careful with when you're authoring the shaders for this stuff, so it can accommodate these options. But we're on top of that, and that's kind of, yeah, it's good. That's what we're doing on the initial kind of burst of ships right now. I think it's really cool, and it's really amazing to see, like, today I just kind of caught up with the guys and looked at what we're working on for that stuff, and there's like a fleet of 50 ships, all with different skins, all with different loadouts, and it injects color into the game. You can have your kind of personal things going on, which is kind of cool. If I was going to pick one to fly and customize myself, I've always got a sweet spot for the Avenger. If it was me, I'd probably go for a dirty chrome kind of finish. The shape is just kind of so kind of primitive. To get some kind of highly reflective material on it, I think would just look super cool in space. So that's what I would go for.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camoral_SC. Hello everyone. I read somewhere you can go to the jump point without steering your ship. I was curious, so here we go. We are in Stanton and we are on the way to Pyro. I will enter the wormhole and then I will let go controls. Let's see if we arrive in Pyro. Well, we are still in Stanton. This didn't work. Let's try one more time. We still have distortion damage on the head. I try to power off, power on. I try to leave seat and go back on the seat. Still there. Again, I'm not steering. Hands off the controls. Okay. There seems to be a no clip. Those pillars. Or maybe, hard to tell. Now we are bouncing off the wall. And again. Okay, looks like we arrived in Pyro. without me steering, hands were off control. Yes, we are in Pyro, and I didn't do anything. I didn't steer my ship. Interesting that this actually works. Okay, Valkyrie. Again, I will let go control. Okay, hands are off. Joystick. No rudder pedals. Okay, hitting the wall. Getting pushed back inside. Okay, this was too steep. We are outside. Still in Stanton. One more try. No controls. Okay, again, too steep. We are still in Stanton. Okay, try number 3, hands off control. Okay, seems to have worked. Looks like we are in Pyro. Yes, you are in Pyro. Took 3 tries, but you can do it. Very interesting. So far in my test, this works roughly 30 to 50% of the time. You can go through the wormhole without steering. This is not a critique, this is totally fine. I don't want to fly very complex maneuvers every time I want to jump to a different star system. You still want to steer because this doesn't work reliably, and it looks like I took distortion damage when I was hitting the walls too often. My HUD was totally distorted. In the past you could see very nice distortion bars over components, which does not work anymore. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Let's see if she fits into a Corsair. Those physics. Okay, it's a good start, I guess. Do we have self-upright? Nope. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is kamoral_SC. Hello everyone. In this video I'm taking a look at
The Star Citizen situation is definitely out of control. I've talked about this in previous videos. I explained that I'm suspicious about their financial situation because it just stinks of desperation. And yet another ship sale, and then you see this. It is YouTube being just bombarded with ads from CIG. It's all about ads all over the place. Sponsored, play Star Citizen today and experience the next generation of MMOs as it's being created, right? Become a Star Citizen and create your own adventure. Create your own adventure, really, as a bounty hunter, trader, and more. Sponsored watch? Buy now. This sounds like you actually have a proper game finished. Is it true or not? That is, who cares, right? Yeah, we have the behind the ship. That's going to be something we react to as well. But I want to react to this first. I want to react to this, which is all over the place. So let's watch. Let's see what people that don't know anything about Star Citizen actually see and how they maybe, let's not use scam. Let's use the word misled maybe. That's a better fit, okay? This is from the Foundation Festival. Play with Bun. Wait a minute, play now. It doesn't say test now, it says play now. Okay. Right, so I can actually play this thing now, right? Play now. Yeah, that's a weird one, man. Get early alpha access, play now. Oh, awesome, awesome. Unfortunately, yeah, not true. But this is what they're selling. They're selling this idea of a game that is ready to play and not something that you will probably regret signing up, especially if you fall for this false advertisement. I think this is false advertising, but I see a lot of it. That's why I'm doing the video. It's all over the place. Everything is constant ads from Star Citizen. Wherever you click, it's Star Citizen. They're spending a lot of money, guys. This is something you have to pay. This is no accident. You're paying a ton of money to get these ads all over YouTube. CIG is paying a ton of money for this. And they do it because they obviously feel the desperation. I don't think things are going well financially. I honestly don't think it's going well money-wise with CIG. Do I want CIG to fail? Of course not. Why would I want that? I have my ships. I played a lot. I have a channel that is almost dedicated to it. Let's be real. And up until recently, it was my main go-to game. It's still very much, well, lately the thing is so broken and boring. Not only the broken part, which you kind of get used to, but also just really not a whole lot to do. Pyro was an entire fiasco. So this is what we have, you know. But I was surprised by how much of the sponsored videos they have. These things are not cheap. They're obviously investing heavily in advertising because they clearly need it. Another one, right? Whatever. Oh no, this is a Spaceport Depot. Oh, those are the other people. All right. Yeah. Folks, see you next time. Take care. Oh, another day, another
This feeling when you are buying your desired ship with in-game money in in-game shop, in my opinion, is priceless. Finally, I bought one of the best ships available in shops in PU, F7C Mark II. And this is the final episode of Season 1st of Survive Pyro Challenge, the Zero to Hero style challenge where I am living, making money and trying to survive mainly in Pyro and exclusively solo. This ship have mix of stealth and competition components. As we see, I have full power to the shields, engines and weapons, only one stealth cooler. Signatures are not really bad, right? It's not bad at all, to be honest. Guns, I have only 2 size 4 guns here and 2 size 3 guns on this turret. This is F7A turret I found couple of weeks ago in PU, but currently in 4.0 preview there is no way to slap anything on the nose. We need to wait for 4.0.1 to go live. At least I need to wait for it to upgrade this ship and see a full potential of F7C. But overall, I am satisfied. I love this ship. I love to fly in Hornet. This is my first Hornet, to be honest. A very popular fighter, but I never had one. So today I won't just celebrate, I want to do a couple of contracts, maybe mess a little bit around, try to check it out, how this ship is performing. I don't have proper bounty hunter contracts around Bloom. I don't have too much contracts overall, to be honest, but I don't need credits for now. Maybe I just find a nice place around this planet and try to find something to shoot. Maybe we will have some opportunity to test this ship in PvP. I am approaching Golden Riviera right now. There is a lot of settlements around, so maybe I can find also some hostile players or even hostile NPCs. I'm definitely not the best PvPer in the game.
Alright guys, this is it. Star Citizen 4.0.1 is now live, and also the Misc Fortune is out, so let's talk about all of this. First, we're going to talk about the Misc Fortune, here, which is the brand new salvage ship from Misc, and it is basically an equivalent of the Vulture, but from MISC, with functionality in mind. So it's basically designed to be more useful, easier to use, bringing some quality of life. For example, easier access to the storage. There's like two storage where you can craft your RMC boxes. And also it has a little bit of cargo area, which doesn't have a cargo grid, but you can store some of the items that you're going to be able to collect. Now, of course, the drawback is that it doesn't have the profitability of the Vulture, because, well, you can have 12 SCU on the cargo grid, plus more boxes in the inside. Total people can put 24 boxes, plus also everything that's in the internal storage of the ship as well. So I think that in the end, the Vulture is still more of a moneymaker than the Fortune, and it's a shame that both ships are priced at the same price range. I think that the Fortune should have been cheaper than the Vulture, simply because you can't make as much money with the Fortune that you can with the Vulture. So I'll let you guys be the judge of whether or not it's worth picking up a Fortune or not. Personally, I would still go for the Vulture if I go for a salvage ship. Now, next is of course 4.0.1, which is live, and I mean live here, not in the tech preview channel here. So that means that 3.24.4 is now gone, or 3.24.3, I don't know, anyway. It's gone, so you cannot play with it anymore. There's only one live servers, and it's 4.0. And here, of course, it's coming with some updated features and gameplay, including contested zone polish here. So they are putting some performance optimizations for the contested zones, and especially they've removed some geometry that could get players stuck, right? They've also polished the frontier outpost, especially the medium and small frontier outpost. They added local inventory, and also they had some extra polish paths at extra small outposts, and they also tried to fix numerous clipping assets and floating loot boxes around outposts. No word, however, on players falling through planet surface. That is not really good here to see that they're not even mentioning that. New Babbage, lining, polishing, and performance polish patch for New Babbage here, including location stairs polish to reduce excessive head bobbing while traversing. They didn't mention here if the elevators are working better or not, which was the biggest issue here. There were also lots of frame race at New Babbage, especially at New Babbage Starport. They did not talk about as well. Additional location updates include expanded asteroid exclusion in the jump tunnel exit to prevent asteroids from being too close as well. They're also adding some gameplay elements, including stealth component adjustments, as well as AI defense terrain buff. And also they increased the AI turret rotation. They buffed the turret aiming prediction for size 6 and 10. They slightly reduced rewards for player bounty missions, which is good. I think they were a little bit too much, in my opinion. They've added harvest levels to power rocks in acidic caves. Hopefully we can find a little bit of geminite there. They've also added personal cooldown to further pyro missions after completion, meaning that once you complete the mission, you're going to have to wait a little bit to take those missions as well. They lowered the amount of turrets around asteroid beds, which was a little bit too overkill. That's a good thing here. Hardcore Blackjack faction space bounties are now having intro missions too. Ship vehicles here, a couple of mechanics improved and health increased. For the Iron, for example, they removed some the bearing laser cannon charge mechanics, and the damage per second has been rebalanced. People are gonna say nerfed. The Starfighter Iron is definitely not what it used to be when they sold it. That's definitely another topic for another day. The Guardian here, they increased the retro thrusters, the QI dampener health as well. Cockpit light in the player view is reduced by 90%, so gone are the days where you are blinded in the dark by the cockpit light. Also, there's now an elevator entry marker and a polish for chaff and countermeasure. If you have a ballista here, they added personal storage, and the cockpit has also been updated to match with the personal storage. The Nomad also has a personal storage, as well as the Mantis. Couple of updates here for tech here. Physics network synchronization optimization, RMQ hybrid service network optimization are also coming here. There's now music when you are in a pyro system and you are in quantum travel. A couple of road lightning and entity cleanup around stations and landing zones have also been added too. Well over 100 bug fixes are also coming. We talked about that in yesterday's video. This is now the focus for Clan Imperial Games. It's really to bringing more playability, and this is the first of a series of patches that are going to fix tons of bugs. With that come 12 client crashes, 9 server crashes, 2 hybrid service crashes, 2 main thread deadlocks, and a DGS memory corruption fix. So there we have it, guys. This is it. 3.24.3 is gone. There's only one live servers, and it's basically a page that we are turning here with the introduction of 4.0.1. I would say that this is really marking the beginning of 4.0, not really a preview anymore, a fully fledged patch, and it's good to see that we are moving on. I don't know what you guys think, but it's definitely going toward the right direction. Anyway, guys, we got a giveaway this month. I'm giving away a Mirari Guardian. These are the last few days to win this. All you can do is to become a subscriber of the channel, hit that subscribe button and comment to any videos posted this month. 10 entries will be put into the wheel of names. Automatic entries will be given to Patreon and YouTube members, so why not supporting the channel, right? You can get some of those amazing benefits if you do. A big shout out
Greetings, fellow salvage dogs. Old Rusty Ray's coming at you from the pilot seat of this new Misfortune. Now, I'm more of a fan of tried and true, but this new salvage ship just being released, I figure I might as well see if you really can teach an old dog new tricks. I'll be putting out another vlog soon with an in-depth comparison between the Vulture and this new girl, the Fortune. But I wanted to give you all a quick and dirty now for anyone on the fence about pulling the trigger on this new ship. If you want the spoiler version, the Fortune only has one salvage head, compared to the 2 on the Vulture. The Fortune pulls in salvage much slower. The Fortune, though, has some fancy auto-loading tech that automatically moves salvage from the buffer to the 12 SCU storage slots on the sides of the ship. meaning you could fill the 13 SCU buffer and the 12 SCU side storage for 25 total SCU of salvage without ever getting out of your pilot seat. That being said, once you fill up that 25 SCU, the fact the buffer is dumping crates to the outside of the ship suddenly becomes an annoyance if you're trying to squeeze more crates into the living space inside the ship. You gotta go outside to get them inside. I'll be doing some definitive testing, but for now, all said and done, if all you're looking for is a ship to get you credits fast as possible, it's gonna be the old tried and true Vulture. You just can't beat those two salvage heads over one. If you want some convenience and a fancy new toy, the Fortune will be a good pick for you. Now, you can get into the front of the ship too, I'll show you that in a minute. Back here is where the elevator is. Now this elevator does have a cargo grid on it, can hold 4 SCU. Show you that later too. Push the button here to go back up. Now in the back here you got some component access on either side. And don't got much back here. Just well, because when you got some crates in there, you can't do much with it anyway. There's a button on the left hand side there that brings the elevator up and down. But back here you got your double buffers. Got one on the left side and one on the right side. So what you do here is you hit this auto eject button here. It'll start to put the SCU crates on the outside of the ship. And then once you're actually salvaging, once you get one SCU, it just kicks it out just like that. Puts it on the outside of your ship for you. It'll just keep doing that until it fills up the 6 SCU on that side. Now unfortunately, if one side fills up, it'll go into this mode where you gotta push this here button to make it actually start to work again. Would have been nice if you pulled one off the outside, it would just continue to put more out there, but don't work like that. You have to actually come in here and push the button if it's got jammed up outside. Speaking of annoyances, you can craft from these buffers like the ones on the Reclaimer or on the Vulture. Problem is though, if it's jammed up and it can't actually push anything to the outside, it doesn't let you get to the craft menu. Normally not such a big deal, but when you gotta go outside to actually clear out some space, it becomes more of an annoyance than on the Vulture or the Reclaimer. But it can make all the usual things you can craft on the other ships too. See here the whole list. Probably the most interesting one is the fuse all the way at the bottom. Like usual, depending on what you're actually trying to make, it uses either RMC, construction mats, or both. So in the next area of the ship here, you can actually see where the cargo pods are on the outside. That's where it kicks out all the crates to. I say though, there's so much junk in the way, it's kind of hard to tell how many crates are actually on the outside of the ship by looking through that window. But you got a little place here for pistols and more component access. Gravity generator, jump drive. Well, here you got a bed. It's not too bad, it's pretty comfortable. And then underneath the bed you have some storage too you can access right there, which is pretty nice. And we got a fire extinguisher, very nice. And we got a fuse access and your engineering terminal. Then over here you got water access, and let me tell you, don't try and wash your hands with this. It makes a total mess. Let me tell you, in the bathroom there's a sink. We'll get to that in a minute. Over here is your toilet, and there's your sink. Go for that one, not the water dispenser, let me tell you. But anyway, there's a toilet over there too. Got some nice cubby holes there for your toiletries. And over here you got the airlock. This is the other way to get into the ship. I mentioned that before. You got the elevator in the back, and you got the ladder over here. You can open the door right there, and the ladder will come down. I'll show you that in a minute once we get through the bridge. Now, up here is the bridge. It's got quite a nice view, I have to say. Panoramic window here. We'll say one thing's kind of nice is when you get into the pilot seat, it doesn't have the guillotine of death like the Reclaimer does. You just sit down. It's nice. It's got these fancy new HUDs too. Misket's really trying to play those ones up. Upsell the new tech they got, but I don't know, they're just a bunch of HUDs to me. It's not too bad. Big window though doesn't make it very easy to see what you're actually salvaging. It's pretty good. So like I was saying, back here is the other way to get in and out of the ship. Gotta watch out for the machinery of death there, though. But yeah, you just use that ladder here. You can get into the ship that way, too. So there you go. That's the basic rundown of what you got going on inside the ship. So here's the Fortune in action. It's got a tractor beam as well as a salvage head. Now, keep in mind, the salvage head that it starts out with is a cinch. And if you saw my other vlog, you know that the abrade is the best head, and that's going to be the case for the Fortune, too. So I switched it out already with an abrade here, but you got to make sure you're going to do that if you're going to use the Fortune. It's also got these whiskers, they call them, on the sides that lets it do the actual munching and fracturing of ships, too. It's actually one of the spots where the Fortune is equal to the Vulture, since they both got the same capacity to fracture and munch ships. So like I was saying, that elevator has a cargo grid on it. You can pull stuff off the side of the ship like this, and then place them onto the cargo grid. And now it'll hold 4 of them, and that's about it, though. You can manage to sneak your way past them a bit if you're careful, though, and actually get up into the elevator and manage to close it with you in there. But just watch your head when you're coming up. I wouldn't stand up too high there. Rusty's not responsible for any head injuries. So that's it, folks. I'll be putting out a more in-depth vlog later once I've had time to really put this new girl through her paces. Hope this was helpful to you all, though. Like I said before, if you're looking for pure efficiency, I'd say stick with the Vulture. If you'd rather convenience, then the Fortune might be right for you. Old Rusty Ray's here. See you at the scrap heap, friends. Signing off.
Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. My name is Even Lease, and today on 10 Minutes More or Less Ship Review, right behind me, the brand new Misk Fortune. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, welcome back to another review. Today, the Misk Fortune, the brand new salvage competitor to the Drake Vulture, which stick till the end of the video because I'll have a comparison sheet showing you the stats between this and the Drake Vulture, and also keep an eye out for another video, maybe a little bit after this one, with a giveaway with an LTI Fortune with game pack. So keep an eye out for that video, and yeah, good luck. Now, getting into this ship here, if you were to buy it on the Pledge store, it is $160 war bond. So that means cash only. You're only able to spend real money, and then you can buy it for $160. Now, if you use store credit, it's $175. So it's competing with the price already of the Vulture. And yes, I'm going to bring that other ship up quite a bit because you got to wonder what is going to be the ship that you want to go with. And I'm going to go through all the details for the Fortune. Now, this ship here does have quite a few paints, as you saw. And it looked really nice too. I liked a lot of the paints. I think one of my favorite was Windfall. That bronze just looked really good. Now, this ship does have 2 pilot-controlled weapons, giving out 234 damage per second, and those are 2 size 1 CF-117 Bulldogs. Obviously, they're not really meant to do anything other than maybe deter someone from attacking you, or, help break apart another ship or something if it's already broken and you want to salvage something. That's pretty much all you're going to be doing with those guns. Now, you don't have any missiles. This is not a combat ship. It's an industry ship. It's here for salvaging, and that is what it's going to concentrate on. It has 1 size 1 salvage arm with a cinch scraper and a ready grip tractor beam. As well, of course, as if you look at the front of the ship, it also has the ability to disintegrate ships or pieces of ships and suck that into the cargo room as well. Now, we'll get into what it can carry here in just a moment, but taking a look at the shield generation of this ship, it does have 3 size 1 shield generators, giving you 5,550 bubble shield, which is actually pretty decent for this style of ship. It allows you to take a few hits before you have to get out of there, and trust me, you're going to want more shield and more health pool with this ship due to its poor speed. Now, you do have 59,500 ship HP, so at least if you lose your shield, you do have something to hold you off just for a little bit longer, but you got to be very wary because it's put into these engine nacelles once again, where if you lose one of these engines, you could potentially have a really big problem. So make sure you don't lose one of those. Don't misplace it and don't get it shot off. Now, talking about that ship speed, this ship has a top SCM speed of 143 SCM with a 350 forward boost and a 150 backwards boost with a top nav speed of 975. This is where MISC tends to fall short, is with their ship speeds. Just like the Star Lancer, it's dreadfully slow, and that is something either you get used to or you don't, and that might be the make or break for you. Now, it also has very poor maneuverability with 32 and 32.75 pitch yaw roll. So not only are you not going to be able to outrun anything, your maneuverability is also shot. So you got to be very careful about what situation you put yourself into with this, or at least bring backup. Now, you do have 21 SCU of hydrogen fuel and 1.8 SCU of quantum fuel, so not terrible. Now, taking a look at this ship here on the exterior, I'm going to go ahead and just look at it right here in all its glory. There is not too many changes from the Prospector, but then again, there is. If you look around, you can already see you have a nice salvage head here. You do have your beams or your your disintegration devices here at the front of the ship as well. They look like big old headlights, but they're not, which is pretty interesting. Now, if you make your way to the midship here, you do have the cargo grid for when you are scraping and you hit auto eject on them. They do come out the door here, and they automatically stack onto the grid here for you, so you don't have to, get out and move the boxes around, which is really awesome. Now, I'm going to take this ship out and we're going to salvage something and we're going to test it out and see how it works. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. With this nice drop down ramp compared to the Prospector here, you can even fit a small vehicle on this thing, which would be awesome. So go ahead and close this up. Again, you can open that right there at the bottom. Now, once you bring yourself up here, you'll see you're in like a little cargo room. And I'm going to test if we can put some cargo on this, see if there's a grid. We'll check that out as well. This first room here does have some of your components, including a cooler and your shields. So everything's all nice and stacked away. Pretty neat. Gotta like that. Now, if you make your way to the next room, that's your lift right there. So if you open that, it will bring it down for you. And go ahead and close that again really quick. Now, if you make your way to this next room, there is more, items to look at. It's pretty interesting. The first one is going to be the screen here. This shows you what you can eject. Now you have a 13 SCU total for your internal storage. So that's combined with these two. So 13 SCU of storage is not just 13 over here and 13 over here. It's 13 overall. But all you have to do is go ahead and hit auto eject. It'll highlight like that. And then once you have cargo, printing and everything, you'll be good to go. It'll start just moving the boxes out as you fill that buffer, which is pretty nice. And then once that grid's full, it just fills the buffer and you're good to go. So now you're holding up to 12 SCU of cargo on the grids and then a 13 SCU cargo, buffer, as well as whatever boxes you decide to fit in here, because I'm sure you can fit quite a few. Now, as you can see, this hallway here is different as well. You have a couple windows looking out. I actually really enjoy that they're starting to add a little bit more windows to ships. I hope they keep doing this because it's just nice to get a little bit of a view outside once in a while. Pretty nice. Now, even though it's kind of blocked. You can't see too much. Now, moving on into the living area, you do have more components all over the walls, from your jump drive to your gravity generator, which is obviously not in yet. And then behind you got your computer, your shield, your bed. And then right under that is your storage. If you press F, you can go ahead and open that up. And let's close that up. Now, right over here is a weapons storage. Now, it's only for smaller weapons. So like if I wanted to pull out my handgun, I can put it here. Or if I wanted to place what they kind of tended for you to have is like a tractor beam or a med pen or whatnot, you're good to go. Just go ahead and put that in there and store it away. Pretty nice. Even more components down below: life support, radar, fire extinguisher over here, a little bit of like a food prep area for when that comes into the game, and of course your engineering station with some nice relay area. That's going to be interesting when that starts to work. Now, right here is your nice and small bathroom. You can go ahead and fit in here and go ahead and use the restroom or take a shower when needed. And then you have a very nice sink with no mirror. They decided to opt out in the mirror with the Misc Fortune, which is too bad. I wanted to see what I look like, but not today, I guess. Now, when you make your way into the cockpit, it's your same old Prospector cockpit. It is awesome, has a great view out that window. Go ahead and hop into the pilot seat really quick and you can take a look at the MFDs. Nothing too crazy, but I just love the view. It is fantastic. So let's go ahead and go salvage something really quick and see how that works. All right, I'm just arriving to the beginning salvage claim here, which is just an anvil arrow. I'm just going to show you kind of what it does, how it works, and by doing so, what I'm just going to do is just crack this thing in half and disintegrate it so we can see how that automated storage works out, and then we'll see if the boxes go on the grids. As you can see, the box auto-deployed from the side here and put it on the grid. Now, if I was to have a lot more things to salvage, it would just continue to push boxes out on each side and pushing it onto the grid, allowing you to carry up to 6 SCU on each side of the ship. It's a really awesome ability. The Vulture, you can't do that. You have to constantly get up, get down, get up, get down, move things around. You could technically just keep it in the internal cargo and then kind of do it all at once. But with this allows you to not even worry about it. All right, now that I'm out of an armistice zone, let's grab this box really quick and see if there is a grid over here on the pad. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do that correct. Let's not bring it around that side, I guess. Let's go to the side that actually has a little bit more access, and there is a cargo grid here. How many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could probably stack it. Scrap that. I don't think you're fitting more than one stack. It's not going to stack. It's not tall enough. Anyways, my score. Let's get to that. This ship is a great competitor to the Vulture. The biggest difference is the ship speeds, and then the Vulture has 2 scraping beams, allowing you to scrape a lot quicker, and it just allows you to probably get a job done sooner, especially if you're targeting something much bigger. This only has 1 scraping beam, but it does have the automation process, so there's kind of a toss-up. What do you want? A little bit easier, time just having to scrape and not having to worry about moving boxes, or having a little bit more speed scraping your ship and then going from there? There's a lot to it, right? So it just depends on what you're looking for. That and the view out of the front of the Misc here is just beautiful. Honestly, my score with this ship is an 8 out of 10, and that's because the speed and the maneuverability are just garbage. But otherwise, this ship is fantastic, an amazing competitor to the Drake Vulture. Let me know, do you plan on buying this ship, or are you sticking with the Vulture? Or are you going to give this ship a try maybe some other day? Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, we checked the prices here for the ship as well, and for us it is just way too expensive to have a second salvaging scrapping ship than the Vulture. It is cheaper than the Vulture. For whatever reason, it is cheaper. It's okay that it is cheaper. But but it also has some downsides, and he pointed that out. First of all, the one thing that is absolutely best, the best feature of this ship compared to the Vulture is this other deployment of the boxes. Yeah, you can click on it, auto eject, and it ejects automatically while you are scrapping. That is a nice, very nice feature. What is weird is that the buffer, the hopper, has a capacity of 13 SUs, like the Vulture, but only has 12 SUs gridded cargo capacity outside. Yeah, outside, not inside. Outside, inside, okay, it's probably a personal taste. We do not like it, but we like the auto eject. But yeah, 12 gridded cargo capacity. The Vulture also has 12 gridded cargo capacity, but the 13th box will come out if the buffer, the hopper, is free to eject. So this is 1 SU more compared to the Fortune in the cargo bay or in that printing boxes. But what the MISC has is this elevator at the end here.
A cargo grid here. How many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could probably stack it. Scrap that. I don't think you're fitting more than one stack. It's not going to stack. It's not tall enough. Anyways, my score. Let's get to that.
Yeah, you can have an additional 4 gridded cargo capacity. And here is something what we can say. The MISC Fortune got 4 additional gridded capacity compared to the Vulture, but the Vulture has, you can fit 24 boxes, okay, 21 easily, 21 SU boxes easily into the cargo bay of the Vulture without a hassle. That's no problem, and still have the 13 SUs in the hopper. And here it would be probably the same. You have these 12 SUs outside, plus 4 on the gridded, plus 13 in the buffer. But at the end, you will have less capacity to transport with the MISC. And everyone who does vulturing knows already that that is the pain, the limited cargo capacity of the Vulture. It is not that it is slow or whatever, it is just a limited cargo capacity. You need to offload the boxes way too early. You cannot do a proper salvage strolling and without getting back to any space station in Stanton or any other place where you have a freight elevator to store the boxes in between before you can continue. Yeah, you need to store the boxes before you can continue, and this is a huge pain for us when we are with the Vulture, and that pain comes even earlier with the MISC because of the limited cargo capacity. Another thing that we noticed here is it only has one scrapping head, and what is really interesting is he probably switched to the abroad. This one we do not know if he actually did, but we will see here.
Oh, on the grid.
Okay, he's salvaging. He has a 0.2. Do we see how far away he is? Yeah, 40 meters. This is okay. And he uses the cinch. Yeah, he used the cinch for scrapping that. What we can say is the angle he used is not optimal to scrap a ship. But scientifically, not in the fiction, but scientifically speaking, the intake of hull material should be half of the speed of that of a Vulture, because the Vulture has 2 heads. either singe abroad, singe trawler, or trawler singe, whatever combination you use. There are two arms, and you should be able to have double amount of intake compared to the misc. So you will fill up the buffer faster with the vulture than with the misc. Scientifically, we do not have a ship, a fortune to compare. Yeah. And other than that, it is a misc ship. It is close to the prospector, and we like the windshield basically. Here you have a really good outside view from the cockpit, but compared to the vulture's view from the cockpit is also good. There are many other ships from the misc especially where you have very limited view outside. Yeah, so we checked that. We didn't pledge, and we will not pledge, because it doesn't make sense to have a second ship doing the same stuff like the other one already. What we want to show is Red Festival. Red Festival. Not this one. There is a promotion going on again. Lunar New Year is the official promotion event. This is our first time we can experience that by ourselves, because we are not that long around the verse. So this Lunar New Year seems to be something. Oh, this is interesting. Year of the Snake. Yeah. Red Festival. Ah. Where is it? Ah. All right, here we have, okay, it is officially called 2025. And then the Misc Fortune promotion, and this is what we actually wanted to show you. If we find it. Misc Fortune. Yeah, a dedicated page, we can say, underneath robotspaceindustries.com. Fortune, some trailer video stuff. Simplified, yeah, it is simplified compared to the Vulture.
It's knowing what's out there and having the will to find it. That's what a salvager's best at. A wreck like this, sorta, whispers to you, tells you all its hidden secrets, its rich past, keeps you company out here alone. You just gotta learn how to speak the language. All you need is your ship, your skill, and your own two hands to get you to that ruin at the edge of the galaxy. Ships don't stop wrecking, and salvagers never stop scrapping, earning enough to take them to the next place.
Yeah, that is another topic we can thrive on. Earning enough. That enough is barely enough. they dumped the prices. Average price is 10K. For an RMC, that was 14.5 when we started out. And we would have said 14.5 and above was a good price. And 14.0 up to 14.4 was okay price. And then they started dropping the prices continuously. And now we are at 10 in average. RMCs, recycled material composite. There are Terra Mills in Stanton, 11. Sears, if it works. Yesterday it didn't work. We could lower the freight elevator with the boxes. The inventory system saw the boxes and they displayed it us, but we couldn't sell it. And then these, not sure why they are red. Old data, okay. Yeah, 10K per box, and you have capacity in the Vulture 24 plus the hopper 13, and in the MISC you have we can calculate that, and this is just the raw data. Let's say 10,000 multiplied, what did we say, 24 plus 13, 37 boxes. There are people there claiming they bring 37 boxes into the ship or even more. That would give you, with a price of 10,000 per SCU, 370. Yeah. And what we do not consider is how much time effort you had to get these 37 SCUs. And probably you cannot fit 37 SCUs into the Vulture. Maybe it is 21, so 12, no, yeah, 12 plus, no, 21 plus 13, 34 boxes, even if you are not skilled in tractor beaming 1 SU boxes, 34 boxes you will bring easily into the Vulture's cargo bay, plus the hub, of course. And so, yeah, 340,000 is the money you will get if you fill up the Vulture completely. And with the MISC it would be less because there is less cargo capacity. And like we said, there is no indication on how much time it took to make these 34 boxes, but we just ignore that for that calculation. But we assume you would have taken, to go there, scrapping panels, for example, and go back and sell it. Oh, this fucking smartphone. That will take you up to 2 hours. Yeah, you launch in your primary location, wherever that is. You need to fly to a station where you have panels around. You need to scrap them. You need to box them. You need to juggle the boxes into the cargo bay and then bring it to somewhere to sell it. Yeah, and the easiest way to sell always is TDD. TDD Horizon, they will give you 10K. Area 18, 8,500. New Babbage, 8,500. And Lowville doesn't take. Oh, here. Lowville also 8,500. Yeah, and these two are not red anymore. So someone did, since the patch release, update the prices. So that is pretty accurate. This uexcorp.space website, they have pretty accurate data. And imagine that you spend an hour up to up to 2 hours in scrapping ships, making, let's calculate that, 34, 8,500, 290 space bucks you can make with one completely full vulture. And like we said, the time it took to make these 34 boxes is ignored here, but it is no easy money. It is absolutely no easy money. It's really hard working, hard earned money. So we are not sure. We came to the world, to Star Citizen, because we wanted to be a salvager. And we still enjoy the vulturing or the salvaging stuff, but not because of the money. Absolutely not. The money isn't even worth to take out the vulture. And we pledged IRL money for the vulture because in the 323 patch, when we started out, it took us 1.5 months. Yeah. 2 people, 1.5 months every day, from 6 up to 10 hours, and on the weekends from 8 up to 16 hours every single day during 1.5 months to make 2.4 million, how much the vulture was, to get it. And we knew that when patch 4.0 comes out, it will be a clean slate. And so we will lose the vulture. And we thought, we do not do the pain again. We do not do the pain again just to explore and experience Star Citizen, or test even Star Citizen as a vulture with that particular ship, and spend 1.5 up to 2 months, because we won't spend so much hours anymore just to get that one ship. Yeah, and then we figured economics changed drastically. We can make 1 million in 1 day easy peasy. So we wouldn't need to salvage, or we didn't need to spend IRL money for the vulture, because it took us literally 2 days, and we had the money together to buy the vulture in game. Yeah, but anyway, so the back in the days, the RMCs were 14.5 average, and that was a good price. We could sell RMCs at every TDD for a price of 14. Sometimes it was dropped a little bit, but it was still 14 and more, and now we are way less. Yeah, and that's why we would not recommend the MISC, just because of that. And the time you save because you have an automatic printing system, that doesn't really save you that much money, time. But it is easy, that's simplified. It is completely simplified if you have an automatic printer. This is nice, absolutely. Yeah. And what we do not like is that one head, but it is just the MISC. Yeah. And here we see, this is what we saw today. It should have been automatic printing system. Now we got verified it is. Hassle-free hauling, yeah. The other question is, if you do hauling with this ship, it is the little sister of the Hull A. The Hull A is also a MISC ship, but has a 64 outside grid, and this one has 12. So if you want to start out with this ship as a starter ship, well, yeah, of course, why not? But it is way too expensive. Fortune standalone ship, 172. Don't get me wrong, we paid more or less the same amount of money for the vulture. And that's why we say it is too expensive for us to buy a second ship with the same stuff. But they got some nice paints, 3 of them, white one. This is typical MISC paints. If you have a Hull A or Hull C, you will have the same paints available. And this one is new, the Windfall. What is also nice is this red one, because it is Red Festival. And when we compare, do you see that? Yeah. When we compare the red of this ship, wait, we can show you what we are up to pledging. And yeah, 172 in the shop. You can buy that thing. Yeah, and we will come back to that again later. And what we want to show is related products. This Red Festival stuff. Envelope, get it free. What? Do we need to buy something? Just got distracted. Do we need to buy something in order to get that free envelope? And what do we place on that? Books? Do we place books? Showcase your Red Festival envelopes with this beautiful display. This 3-level stand is made with sustainable source mahogany and features a red quilted backing with fringe detailing and golden trim. Citizens can pick up the Red Festival envelope display during the Red as a celebratory gift. So then we remove, continue, okay, okay. Your payment was successfully. Oh, what a joke. Okay, easy peasy. So going back, we want to see these red paints. Probably only available during this festival, and if we have read it correctly, it would end on February 17th. Not sure. Yeah, what we also, god damn it. What we also wanted to show is basically the website, but we probably even did because it's just a one-pager. Yeah, it's just a one-pager scrollable. There is nothing to tab here. The red paints. Yeah, we saw the red paints because of the fortune. And when we see here, what we noticed is, we cannot see it here. Where did we see it? We saw it probably here. The cutter, yeah, the cutter was it. The pick. Because we do not have the cutter, but the cutter is a most underrated starter ship. The cutter. And here you can pledge. If you do not have an RSI account, you can create an RSI account with our referral code. You will have this offer 55 IRL for the cutter in red, plus this armor set, and will get 5,000 extra money in game if you use our referral code. And what we then saw is there is a pick. And we thought, is that a joke? Do you really think that we put a fucking pig for 5 on our ship? But then we saw, oh wait, there is a snake. Wait, there are animals and there are dogs. So we thought, okay, wait, when there is a dog, these websites are so bad made nowadays. Here we thought dog. And then we saw 56 for all the dogs paints, and these are the ships. Yeah, not that many. It is the 100 die we do not have, 400 die we do not have, 600 die we do not have, but we want to. We want to make our career that we can buy this ship in game. And when we look at this, probably also bad made, yeah, very bad made. But look at that red color. Look at that red color. And when you see this red bar on top of the screen and move, it's not possible because this website is poorly made. But when we do it like this, you see this red is pretty close to our color scheme of nomadic and no man's crap. It's basically everywhere the same. When we go here, nomadic, it is the same red, more or less. It's a hex code, yeah, and if CIG eventually will be able to sell, capitalize on hex-coded color patterns, then we would create our own ship, of course. And that red, that red, where is the page? Did we close it because of too many stupid sites we do not need? Yeah, and the shop is empty. So we saw some stuff we wanted to pledge for, just because it's fun. And then we thought, okay, what other ships do we have or want to have? Or will have. And then we saw we can actually go in the other way around. The red paints here only. So the 600i is definitely something. The Cutlass could be something, Destiny. So let's put that into the things. The cutter we will not buy. This is how the dog looks like. It's not how we imagine a dog, but yeah, it is a dog. And for the 600 die, there's a second paint, the dragon, but we are for the dog. Dragon dog, we do not have this thing here, but no, we do not. Then the fish. Unfortunately, the fish only has the rooster. But the constellation, here, the constellation, it has a monkey. Who does a fucking monkey on the ship? Probably we do. Then the freelancer we do not have, and the nomad with the ram. So this is the red paints. This is probably the only one chance to make our ship's color as close as we want to have it. So this one is finally done. So we can copy settings. We only take attributes over to the new version. Yeah, and of course. We are on the other screen. Tools. User. Client. 0. Profiles. Default. Okay, let's have a check if that works. Yeah, the red one. So here the 600i would cost way too much, but we cannot pledge for it. The Taurus 200, still too much. It's an old ship, it's a pretty old ship, but we could have pledged. Yeah, and we thought this red paint, we will probably not have a chance anytime soon to get as close as possible to that specific red. And the Cutlass is not a ship that we have in our fleet and never will be, but the Constellation, especially the Taurus, is a pretty important ship for our gameplay, role play, but it is a monkey. But the color, yeah, the color. And what we also want to show is the Vulture has also a red one. And if you compare it is not the same red. This is too much popping. Too much on the red channel. But yeah, but we have it because it's the only one red. So this is probably something that we will pledge $30. Another thing, it was just a short window to pledge for the Ironclad, but it is in concept and not sure when it will come out. And if it doesn't come out this year, it will be too late anyways. Means we probably never will pledge for the ship. And if it comes out this year, if it's below 400, it might be. Not sure. This is the Assault, yeah. And we could see on the pictures where the limitation of cargo capacity is. So let's have a check if we see the normal. Could be subjectively because this is not a tank. This is a small little ship. Yeah, 1,500 SCU cargo capacity. Yeah, here. A fish fits into it. Probably 2 fishes. Plus cargo boxes. Yeah, this is what we call a big fat cargo ship. And if we can utilize this one, this would be so awesome. Well. So let's have a check if we are able to. Let's see if we... No, we do not see our camera. But this is not a Star Citizen issue. This is a PC issue or Microsoft issue. They updated Windows, and since then Toby doesn't work, camera doesn't work, a lot of other stuff doesn't work. So yeah, we are not sure yet if we buy in-game a fish, any fish, but would be nice to have the same color pattern. But how much is it? Yeah, 5. Would be the only chance probably. Although they said here returning red paints. So some of them came back. They had been here at one point of time already. And maybe it was last year, Lunar Festival. And what we see here is also some saving stuff. And we had actually, oh, look at that. We had actually those on the list. Did we already remove it? Probably we did remove it. Pledge, let's see. Grey Cat, Ariel, Red. Armor. Only armor, without guns. Other gear. Grey Cat. Okay, the Grey Cat 13 IRL, and back when we checked it, it was 12.5. So the price increased $1. Yeah, the price increased $1. Let's see. The Grey Cat armor set. Armor set 16, and we had 15, also $1. Then we had weapons armor collection. This one was 91, now 30, 60, 63. We noted $59 without sales offering. It was with 59 in the store, and now they have 63 in the store, but with sale. What the fuck is going on? Did they increase the price for this armor collection? 30 IRL bucks. Yeah, by definition, this is not a scam, but it is just okay. No. Holy motherfucking $60 rounded up. $60 it was in December. Probably, yeah, December. We checked the prices in December. It was $60. Now they want to have more than $90, but because it's sale, we give it to you for 63. That is still $4 more expensive with 30% off than it was 1 month ago. Hilarious. Okay, so we have these 3 paints, and just because of that we do not buy any armor set. Okay, so let's see. Now we need to reset every settings. Lean toggle, no. Going from top down, so we try to leave every settings as much as possible default, but where we need to, we will. So lean toggle, no. Star map app, stupid thing, nothing worth, no, we leave it. Here we leave it. We leave it. VJoy visibility, always. Velocity indicator, always. Fading pips, no. Then here might be some changes. Then this look ahead, yes, yes. In the turret as well, yes. Driver, yes. Pilot, driver, turret, automatically enabled. Okay. Then this most important, hold 250 milliseconds to get out of the seat. No, who has time for that? And the rest, we leave it. Graphics, this is the main change. We will go to borderless, upscaling, performance. Max view, blur off, VSync off, sharpening 8, chromatic aberration 8, film grain yes, audio, music off, speaker, music while background, audio driven camera shake 2, controls, inversion on foot, on pitch, yes. Keybinds, come on. Yeah. Changed audio in the option menu. Maybe they don't like it that we turned off the music. Yeah, another thing is there should be a free fly time window, but when we go on the website, it's still not open. Not sure. If we need to wait until the weekend. So here again, 4.0.1, we need, or we can reset everything. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is so fucking bad. If you do not save on a regular basis your customized characters, you will lose it. You will lose it and you need to redo. This is, for some, a game breaker. CIG, listen to us. If you do not carry on the character's appearance, that will be a game breaker, because people identify themselves with the character they created and probably invested quite some time in order to do that. And if you take it away like you just did with this patch, because even if we leave, yes, we need to create a character. Should we play the tutorial? No. Okay, new background windows. Pyro. Still the same 3. Stanton. Still the same. We choose Horizon. And now we can say play the game, but we will quit because game settings didn't apply. That looks more like it. So we can again. Yeah. So that wouldn't be a problem, but we can accept it. Skip. Stanton. Play. So we want to find out what from all the inventories comes to origin. Yeah. Of course, we were a little bit distracted, but it took us 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, call it 1/2 hour to make it run. Oh, yeah. If you consider yourself as an impatient person, we can recommend Citizen, because there you will learn. Okay, so what else can we do? The MISC, we already had a check on it. What else? It kind of looks like as if the MISC Fortune is the only one ship that is out now. Yeah, 17 hours. 12. Early in the morning. Otherwise, not that much. Yeah, this is also interesting. When we go on the shop, we come on this stupid page where we can say shop now. And come on this page. 600i not available. Taurus constellation. Only the Andromeda. Not even the Hull A. We cannot even buy the Hull A with IRL. Ah, this is starter pack. Oh, okay. Yeah, only the paints. This one, Cold Forge. It is a different red. This is also sexy, black and red. This one would even have a second color of our color scheme in it. But it's just not that dominant. The red is not that dominant. We would love to have a fleet with all the same colors. But it is cheaper. Yeah. We get gray hair. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Also from our main character we have a backup. So let's see what's going on here. My ship was numbed by magic hangar doors. Oh, this is not, it's not a bug, it's a feature nowadays. Ship disappeared, also a feature. My character's head disappeared. Okay, this is a bug, but not that big of a deal. Inventory broken, that is a big of a deal. The letter from the chairman said that stability and playability would be top priority this year. Well, suffice to say that, as usual, a patch was rushed out the door because ship sales. Yeah, ship sales. Yeah, it is just a Fortune. Fortune is the only one ship they sell. So no, clearly playability is not priority if a ship needs to be sold, and so the cycle continues. See you in the next possible fix patch, folks. Edit granted. It's just the first patch, so I guess I shouldn't expect everything to get fixed. Sorry. Been 10-20 years since I heard the same thing over and over. This year is the year. It's an alpha. After a while, it's hard to remain positive. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, the hopium is still there. The next patch is actually Hope Dies Last. Interesting. Actually bring the game to a playable state. But regardless, 4.0 is just some old, same old. We'll see about 4.02. The number one thing CIG needs to figure out is why experiences vary so widely in the game. Last night I logged in, did some shopping, moved all my stuff from New Babbage to Tresla, took the Fortune out. Okay, he already had the new ship. Out for 2.5 hours and did some salvaging, brought it back and stored it at Seraphim. It was the smoothest experience I've had in the game in the last year or two, easy. Then I log off, pop over to Spectrum, and it's literally on fire. Yeah. Maybe this Hanso pledged thousands of money already into the company, and that's why he got a smooth experience. Last night was amazing until it wasn't, usually. Logged in about 2 hours after 4.0. Yeah, okay. Early bird. Setting Horizon as home. Oh shit, we did. Because let's roll the dice. Yeah. Got to hangar. Called a few ships. Applied paint, etc. Oh. Grabbed inventory I wanted on. Retrieved Hull A and headed to Pyro. Got to Pyro, landed at the Stanton station for refuel, set magic clone machine. Yeah. Grabbed CFP priority contract. What is CFT priority contract? Yeah, don't worry. Still loading. Completed contract with 0 hitches. Accepted 2 more CFP priority contracts, arbitrary and Jackson swap. Dropped arbitrary off first, no issues. Everything just worked. Feeling really good now. QT to Monarchs, get to about 1k outside of delivery location, just inside CFP boundary. CFP, the sector called Citizen for Prosperity. The ship drops like a box of rocks, all thrusters dead. Luckily, I wasn't coming in very high and had my gear down, so landed successfully. Okay, we can imagine. Try to lift off to get close to the elevator. Nope, nothing. Power on, off. Check thrusters, etc. Everything is powered on. Just ship is dead. in the water. Okay, yeah, it is in the water. Figure what the fuck, it's 3 SCU. I'll juggle them to the elevator successfully. Complete third contract. Get back to ship, still nothing. Alt F4. Wake up in arbitrary. Yeah, maybe last check-in. Maybe last check-in was arbitrary. Yeah, last check-in arbitrary. He went there, delivered successfully. And then he wanted to do the last one. Go to ASAP, claim hall A, run to the elevators to hangar, fall through the elevator. Oh no, in the station. Arbitrary is a station where you can set your spawn point, your primary location, and there you can fall through. Oh no. They expanded quicksanding into the elevators. Okay. Run to the elevators. Try 4, up to 4 of them, all unresponsive. Yeah. Go shopping. He does the same like we do. When stuff doesn't work and we have money, we go shopping. Come back at elevator to open, push button for hanging nothing. Lit every button on the control pad, nothing, alt F4. Wake up in arbitrary, makes sense. Run to the elevators to hangar, it works. Get to hangar, go to put armor, put my max lift in station inventory, watch it launch across the screen like a rocket. Inventory closes and refuses to reopen. Fuck it. Grab a contract, head to the ship, doors won't open. Can't get any terminals to work, all the 4 go to bed. This is how we love Star Citizen. Yeah. This needs to be. Other than that. And in the meantime, players can follow the progress of this open developer project by checking the roadmap and progress tracker. Okay, playable now. Oh, that's the best part. There is nothing on the roadmap forward. Oh, that's the best part. It's literally empty. Oh. I bet they are closing doors soon. It's an alpha. Oh, where are we here? Ah, this is the general chat. Why Amber Heard? Who does that? Who does that? Call themselves Amber Heard, and then this is not quality of life patches promised. Not addressing what I said and trying to shift the narrative to suit your agenda is very telling. I know it's not convenient as it contradicts the narrative you're turning to push, but they just released newsletter Squadron, yeah, we saw the title, around the music off with some unseen cinematics and monthly reports detailing a lot of things they've been working on. They also spent nearly 10 hours detailing things they are working on over the next 18. Yeah, playable game. Squadron 42 is per definition a game, or becomes a game, and Star Citizen no. If people want to know what they are doing, then they have provided the information, both short, medium term and longer term plans for 1.0. Why do they put these information? Oh no, hey. That was December, yeah. That was last year. Old cook, all cake. Why are you reciting all cake? Now they have AI talking years over years against AI, and then they come up with AI as if AI solves all their inabilities. Yeah, it is still loading. 20 minutes. There should be a timeout actually, but probably we clicked once in. Yeah. It looks like as if as if the game, the fun of the game, the fun of Star Citizen moved to Spectrum. Perform acts of kindness in the world. Capture these moments. Yeah. These are like these social experiments you saw a few years back on social media, where they pretend to do something heroism, and it is just about the egoism to capture these moments, to show them, to show everybody how good they are. It has nothing to do with kindness. So we have the same issue like every time when we get a new patch. So we delete our profile folder. Quality, creativity, rule, adherence, aesthetic composition. Okay. Submission period will end on Tuesday, February 11th, UTC. Universal time, that means British time, because they are the universe. Misc Fortune, what is the price? Misc Fortune in-game standalone. What does that mean, in-game? So usually there should be a window where we can select the camera, but that doesn't show up. And we got friends online. Yeah, we hear music, that means settings are gone. And that also means it will work, just not the way we would like.
Works. Oh, did not track. What a surprise. Alright,
I'm on era. All that for 200 damage, dude.
Oh, wait, look at me. That hurt.
Oh, and I hit a rock. Thank God.
Yeah. Oh. Now we are in with the default suit again. And we clearly cannot see anything. So we redo. The settings once more. Every time when there is a new patch, it's the same game over and over again. Whoop. Oh, interesting. Field of view max, motion blur off, V-sync off, sharpening 4. Yeah, we had before 8, so we try 8. Okay, audio, music off. Camera shaking. Controls on foot, inversion, yes. And that's for now, because now we can move around. So, looks the same like the last time. Can we... crash again? Poorly. Launched game and opened inventory to check if we can collect SpongeBob. But we also take the chance it looks like everything. Launch game. Launch game. Don't know. Was too fast. Yeah, in the meantime, yeah, they are not able to launch the game. Interestingly, with the other account, it is considered to be an update and not an install. Really interesting. Updating. That probably also will take 2 hours. To download and install a tech preview of something that could become a video game this century, probably. Yeah, well, then no gameplay tonight. It's okay. Then we show something different. This is the reason why the title of the stream is titled like this. Yeah, the preview is now officially over, and we pledged last year for a ship because we wanted to do some bounty hunting. And yeah, it is with another account. We have two accounts. Rathon is one and Nomadic is the other one. And with Rathon, we wanted to pursue bounty hunting career. And we were looking for a cheap ship that has the capability of having some fighting powers, but also have some cargo goods. Beside the Avenger, we stumbled over this one. And we wanted to buy, view buying option. And in the legal fiction, in the law of commerce, when you buy something and you spend money for it, you have the right to get that. And exactly like you pay for it. So we click on buy. It's a tabbing. And when we tab, we come here, okay, again. This ship cost 70 IRL bucks. That means when we pledged for this ship, we paid 70 bucks for this ship. We thought it could bring us some fun, some gameplay, having a decent ship to start out our bounty hunting career. And then we noticed there is a customize button. We clicked on that customize button. A window pops up. And there is only this 325 series that has that options. Probably the 300 as well. But here we have the option to customize the ship. And we thought, oh, this is amazing. Here you can actually create something that is more or less unique. Yeah, it's not that unique, but it is your customization. And we clicked on all the colors and we chose the metallic silver because our characters have color pattern, color scheme, and this paint is fitting the most. And here you can see all of a sudden we pay $2 for choosing this very paint. Yeah, there is one paint, two paints that is just one. And then there is 0. We wouldn't pay extra money if we choose one of these standards, but we chose metallic. And we spent $2 to have a ship that looks like this. We continue and cockpit. So we can switch to the cockpit. Yeah, cockpit. Now it is red. Yeah, we can see red. We prefer silver or whitish. Yeah, looks nice. Here we have this blue color. So let's have a check. Too intense. But this carbon looks nice, like sporty. Even the woods, no. So either the standard ink for no money or the carbon look for one money. So let's assume one. Here we can see $1, $2. Okay, then the yoke. What is the yoke? Sport. Standard. What did change? The steering wheel. Standard. Sport. $1. We would spend $1 if we take this. We take this. Seats. Here we can choose standard and sport. It's a little bit too edgy. We leave it at the standard. Then material. Let's see what material. The material of the seat. I think we go for the standard. The finish, this detail here. Okay. The bed. Yeah, we do not like logos and labels. We go for this standard, no money, white, standard. And then here, packages. Select classic. Here we got power plant, cooler, and all that, weapons. And then there is a CC. We will pay 18 additionally to get dominance 3 weapons and dominator 2 weapons. And still 18, another gun. The CL 22 additionally. And for that we get the Revenant Ballistic Gatling. This one, the black one. And the DR model XJ3, probably these two. And then the LC. $29 to have a pre-configured loadout. And here we got Omnisky 12. Omnisky 9s. Okay, why not? And then we love roleplay. We want to have a coffee machine. $2, yeah. $2 for a fucking coffee machine. And Food Maker Duo. Don't really need a sound system. If they would implement actual sounds, like GTA did that, you could have set a folder, put your own music into it, and that folder behaved like a radio station. So you had in-game customized your music, and if something like that would have been in Star Citizen, we probably would have audio system to listen to our sound while we are cruising through the verse. And what we like is we like to see the time and the curved metal picture. Yeah, if we could put our own pictures onto that frame, we probably would take that. So, all right. So we are now on 107. And now, what do we do? Are you sure you want to reset? No. Close. No. It looks like as if they removed that feature to customize. You can customize, but oh, maybe we are just too stupid. Okay, $70 for the base model and almost 40, 37 in customization. So we would spend 40 more than the ship itself just for the customization. And CIG are money grids, so they, if they want to capitalize, provide more ships, and not only that, deliver those ships as customized, and you will make money, a lot of money. Add to cart. Okay, we do that. So remember, buy options. So we buy this ship, and when we have a look at our cart, we have other stuff we want to buy. Then here, continue shopping. then we can continue address and payment. Yeah. And this is what we did. And that is actually the reason why we titled this stream like it is, because we wanted to figure out if we now, since preview is over, if we have the ship we bought, if we have the customized ship we paid money for, and they self say we buy, if we have that. And we want to show you the proof that we actually spent money. And if you checked our streams lately, sometimes we had been streaming with the Rathon when we did tutorial stuff for Mercenary, for example. We use this ship and we do not have our ship. We got the base model, but we do not have our ship. So what do we show you? We show you the receipt that we got on December. Yeah, we ordered in December the 2nd for the Intrepid. The upgrade from the Mustang to the Intrepid is also included in this price. Yeah, CIG is completely not able to launch the game. Anyways, who cares? We close that. And so this is the legal entity, the address of the legal entity we gave money to. And as you can see, payment is pending. And what did we do on the December the 2nd? We upgraded our Mustang Alpha to an Intrepid Standard Edition. That costs us 35. And what we also did is we pledged, or we bought, we paid money for these pulse, because as a bounty hunter, probably not, but an assassin, as a criminal, you need to have something to go to the comrades to turn them down. So we said, okay, we pledge the smallest, because we didn't see the pulse to buy in-game. Didn't we? Is the pulse? Yeah, the Mirai pulse we could buy in-game for 185,000. So we didn't need to spend $30 to have that, but we did. 10 years warranty. Then standalone ship 325A, 10 years standalone. And here you see 106. So in this preview we just did, we spent something more than we just showed previously in the video or in the stream. And here you can see the hull sterling. We chose the sterling for 216. We spent for the carbon fiber, one. The model standard yoke, yes. Seat standard, yes. White leather. Oh, we choose the white leather. Then finishing aluminum, probably standard. Sonata gray, standard. And then we chose the LC, which was 31 and not this 29. Not this 29. Where is it? Where is the fucking window? Is it here? Probably not. Maybe we just close it because too many windows. But you get the point. Yeah, we demonstrate how we did it. And this is the list of the things that we bought for. And the max weapons, of course, most powerful. Fresh brew coffee, the coffee machine, but and the holo display clock. So that rounds up to 184, which we spent, but the ship, the customized standalone ship 325A, we paid 106 US dollars. We bought this game, buying option. We bought this game, this ship. And here, other direction, here you can see the same legal entity or the address of the legal entity. You also see the VAT numbers, other numbers, company numbers, so they are proper registered in the Catholic system. And this is the proof. They will have the opportunity to verify their own numbers, the robots, space industries, and also the UK government also can verify this is actually happened. And here we got the confirmation payment. We paid with the credit card, and we do not have the ship available. And we wanted to find out if that is still true. Now the preview is gone. And maybe CIG figured that out, that what we are up to. And now game crashes and we cannot log in, just to make sure that we cannot prove and verify that we still not have the ship we pledged for. The ship we bought. They say on their website, you can buy this ship. And that is the reason why people call Star Citizen, CIG, and Robot Space Industries, buying options. Why they call them scams? Because it is. They pretend to sell virtual spaceships. And they even say in the legal fiction, you buy, view buying options. You can see the options, how to buy. You can buy the standalone for 70, add to cart and pay. But we chose to customize. And the question would be, would we even buy this ship if we haven't been able to customize? No. We wouldn't spend 70 and we wouldn't even spend 40 additionally money. We just spend 108, 107, 106 because of the customization. And only because of the customization, not because of the ship. And we wanted to verify if we now can fly the ship as we customized it, since preview is done. But unfortunately, we need to wait. We need to be patient. Maybe tonight. No. Tomorrow, probably the day after tomorrow, we will see. There will be a point in time, even if it's 6 months later, we will verify if Robot Space Industries, LLCs and LTDs and Cloud Imperium Rights LTDs are able to do their duty within the legal fiction. And if not, this would be a legal case where they have bad cards, and every judge and every court will shake their head. Why is somebody so stupid to spend $70 for a virtual spaceship, and is even more stupid to spend even more money, $40 additionally to customize that virtual spaceship? And now we are sitting all here in the court talking about this stupid virtual spaceship that Robot Space Industries supposedly is not able or willing to deliver. If you put it like that. Yeah. Then probably redo it all over again. But interesting is really that with the one account it was an update. And with the other one it was an install. And it kind of makes sense because in the folder there is a preview and there is a live. And there could be a PTU, and if you wanted to PTU, you need to install PTU. And now we install live. And interestingly, we said updating, it still says updating, but it created a new folder. Yeah, we let that go. This is it for now. Thanks for watching and see you some more.